Welcome back to La La Land on CRN Digital Talk. That's Nettie Liddell over there.
And that's Brett Chapin over there.
We're talking with Mr. Steve Julian of KPCC, who is right here. Any questions for Steve? Give us a call at 1-800-336-2225 and pick up your 2 free theater tickets for Poor Behavior at the Mark Taper Forum for the September 20th performance.
About relationships. And speaking of relationships, you formed your relationship with KPCC, Mr. Steve Julian, in 2000, correct?
I had actually done some work for them before that during their fundraisers because Larry Mantle and I had been friends for so long. I came in to help pitch, and beg for money. But yes, I went to work for them full-time October 2000.
Wow. And you're still there.
I ask myself every day why they haven't made a change, but thankfully they haven't yet. So.
And why haven't you made a change?
Why haven't I? I don't know where else I would want to go, frankly. It has been a very congenial place to work, very collegiate, and so interesting as well. Apart from the nature of my job, which is virtually the same every day, although it differs in detail, the people I work with are terrific. Mm-hmm. The opportunities that I have to talk with people outside of the station are ever present, through interviews, whether they're with politicians or other newsmakers. And, where else could I get that? Where else could I satisfy my own curiosity for the world? And even if I could go to another radio station and do that, I wouldn't want to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a good place to work. And it's growing by leaps and bounds. I think we had about 20 employees when I started. We have over 100 now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and there was a big increase in our digital side, with editors and writers and bloggers and reporters and such, and the on-air side is growing too. It's one of the very few media outlets in Southern California that's actually expanding. I think Telemundo is one of the very few that, besides us, is doing that.
And KPCC has been such a proponent for the arts in Los Angeles and such a big supporter of the arts. Is that part of what keeps you there, do you think?
Sure. I mean, it's a mutually beneficial arrangement because radio is part arts as well. And, when you can become a centering institution, as KPCC is trying to be here in Southern California, you have all of these different groups of people who want to be part of that, who you want to bring into one place. And we were so fortunate to have the Crawford Family Forum now, KPCC, so that we can actually bring people physically into the radio station and sit down and have a conversation with 100 people at a time. And that's been remarkable. We thought we would have maybe 1 or 2 events every week or two. We're almost every day in there, it seems.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you guys are
terrific.
Yeah. So you guys are making a lot of changes, hopefully in the environment
Southern
around
California
you
is changing.
Well. Yeah.
And so, part of our job is to report on that change, but also to give people an outlet to discuss those changes too.
Absolutely.
It's important to us.
Another thing that we've talked a lot on the show about is the new idea of live tweeting during a theater performance.
Yes.
There's theaters that are really doing that right now. They're allowing people to set up in the back row and live tweet about what's going on stage during the performance. And there's a lot of different opinions on that. Some people like it, think it's great. Some people don't. What are your thoughts on it?
The idea of putting them in the back row to do that, I think is a problem-solving solution for that. But I am not as against it as I know that many other people are. As a theater goer, I've seen, what did I see last year? I saw about 75 shows last year and maybe 30 or so far this year. But also as a stage actor, I don't know that I would be bothered by that if there were a select few people in the audience live tweeting, because for one thing, as a board member of 2 theaters here in Southern California, you want to build an audience, and what better way to do that than to have somebody there describing what they're seeing live. And it generates excitement, and it's free publicity.
Do you think it takes away from the artistic experience of seeing the show?
It might for the person sitting in front of or next to or behind whoever's doing the live tweeting. Mm-hmm. But for those who are actually doing the tweeting, I don't know. I haven't done it. I don't know if it would be so distracting. I'm not really quick with my thumb, so I wouldn't be the one actually doing the live tweeting.
Well, maybe we should all sit in cubicles,
At the
each
theater?
person per cubicle, so we don't disturb anybody around us.
It's one way of doing it.
Maybe
Possibly.
not.
It'd be a whole nother experience.
Yeah.
It's so interesting because the people that
3 steps down the road.
enjoy it, the people that enjoy it feel so strongly about it, and they're so passionate
I
about
feel
it.
so strongly about it, yeah. But I don't know.
But you feel strongly against it, right?
Yeah. Well, not necessarily. Yes, I do. Sorry.
I don't know. I want to say I do, but I haven't experienced it, so I don't know if that's being a hypocrite or not.
But that's not really our job, right? To
No, we're a talk show host.
discriminate,
We'll be back on La La Land with Brett and Nett on CRN Digital Talk.
Amidst tall trees, clean air, and clear water sits Pyrenees Vineyard and Cellars, located along the beautiful Umpqua River in southern Oregon. Whether you want to sample our world-class Cabernet, Zinfandel, or our gold medal winning Chardonnay, Pyrenees Vineyard and Cellars can satisfy your desires. From our beautiful tasting room or scenic deck, Pyrenees provides visitors a delight for the senses.